Sports, and we join you from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, rivals meet in the NFC East. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
And Dart was the second quarterback taken in this year's draft, only behind Cam Ward out of Miami. And you look back to his time with Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, he put up some monster numbers. And you got to think, he's the youngest quarterback of the entire 25 draft. So can he transition to a pro-style offense? Can he play the style in which they want to play in New York? From a physical standpoint, from an athletic standpoint, like Jackson Dart looks like the prototypical modern-day NFL quarterback.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
When we met with these coaches during the week, Mike, they told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Slayton is the man in motion. On play action, it is Dart. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Giants.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Dart gonna fake the give and hold on to it. Not much there. Get this down inside the 40.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. He'll run again. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic first down.
The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face first and goal. He pulls it in around the 5. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
He'll try to throw it, and here's Dart. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Point after, coming up here. He's got it, and the Giants will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Cowboys 0.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat. So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
It's another run here for Williams. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Darius Musa there on the tackle.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
A first down throw for Prescott. Right back to Ferguson, who's got another one. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
A give, and here comes Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Giants offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So Try to double up here as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A play fake, now dart. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Osa Odigizua. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the play fake, here's Dart. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 87 yards. Touchdown, New York.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. That penalty is declined.
Point after try, forthcoming. It's up and through. And the Giants move out on top, 14-0.
Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They're in an early hole, 14-0. They'll start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's down. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Gap. Into the hands of Pickens once again. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw is Dak. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Third and 6. Prescott now. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
A 61-yard attempt.
That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense back onto the field for their next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Dart. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
They'll swing this out wide to Tracy. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards.
Automatic 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To the air once more is Dart. That is caught. And he's in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. And the Giants move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Cowboys 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. He's got the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. So after 21-3 is the score. More from MetLife Stadium after this. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. He'll try the right side with Williams. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he let him a bit too much. That pass is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 3rd down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Giants offense and their quarterback Jackson Dart heading back out to the field. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the give, it's Tracy. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He's done it again. Back-to-back good runs. 19 this time. And another 1st down.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
Giants, 1st down.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results. And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
2nd and 10. They'll run with Tracy. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Giants will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Here's Dak to throw. To the left side, caught by Lamb. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Play fake. Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is caught. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3. A huge play for Dallas. Gains an even 70 yards.
At the 3-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. Cowboys are able to edge a bit closer. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Giants offense. And their running back set to go once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. On play action, it is Dart. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds.
Little indecision by the quarterback there, Mike. Do I buy time and throw it downfield, or do I tuck it and become a runner? That's what he's thinking. I think he made the final call a little bit too late, and all he could do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. He's got his man. That's Slayton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Out of a shotgun, it's Dart. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
To return, it is Turpin. And he'll get a few yards on this return, a pass, the 15-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming, and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
1st down. A gain of 9 yards.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go again here with Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Prescott on 3rd and 2.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he is on to punt for Dallas. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. He finds his receiver, Olszewski. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. On 1st down, Dart. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
This one taken in by Hyatt. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
At the 46-yard line.
Now it's Tracy looking to run, and they'll take this down inside the 35. After that play, it stopped an injured Giant on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. First and 10. Now Dart. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Dart going to throw here on second down. Forced out wide, off deep, and he will get into the end zone. Jackson Dart, touchdown, Giants. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
The extra point, up and good. And the Giants add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. The Cowboys offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Operating from the gun, here's Guyton.
Just a simple hitch route, certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Short throw, caught by Ferguson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
That's good.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Dak. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. They're going to work this down inside the 45. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Cowboys field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will cut into that lead.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So they got to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
Brendan
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half as that one's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, here's Turpin. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Throwing is Prescott. There's Ferguson, the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Lamb on the jet sweep.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Prescott. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Aubrey now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Cowboys are able to cut into the deficit.
Cowboys 20.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Olszewski now to return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. In motion, it's Robinson. To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. In trouble, and down he goes. Former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams. In there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On 2nd down, Dart. This defense pinning their ears back, coming to get him again. Dante Fowler getting in for the sack, and now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Out of a gun, here comes Dart. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Prescott now. That's right side. He's got Ferguson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. Williams gets it from the pistol. A terrific run there. He's finally taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
What a
38
run
yards.
by Williams.
And the Cowboys
38 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
If you have a shot to bring him down early, you just can't miss, Mike. Not against a runner like this. If he slips that first tackle, you can see how much more he can add to a run.
Here's first and 10. Play fake. Prescott. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Second and 10 at the
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, it's Dak. Quick hitting slant there, and that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
7. Brings up third and 3.
Dak to throw. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
Marked down at the 6.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal. They'll run it with Davis. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this 2-point try.
The Cowboys.
They're going to try to run for it with Williams. And he'll get in for the 2-point conversion. And now the deficit is just a field goal.
28.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Olszewski now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback Jackson Dart heading back out to the field. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They'll go play action here with Dart. A short one there to Bellinger. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Second and 2.
There's no more
At the
efficient play
32-yard line.
in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
A carry here for Tracy. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Third and short. Here's Dart. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
The Giants sending out their punter.
For the Giants.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Now he'll air one out. That's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He knocks it through. Cowboys have taken a 4-point advantage.
35, Giants 31.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart.
First pass, complete to Wan'Dale Robinson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 4. On the play fake, here's Dart. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Going for it all. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Here's a handoff to Williams. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Fullback dive. I'm not sure the last time I saw a fullback dive, Mike. It's kind of a lost art nowadays. But, hey, 3rd and 1, it can still be so effective, especially if you have the right guy at the position. So, good play call, good execution, and he's able to pick up first down.
He takes off.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5. Play action now. Prescott. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Dallas first down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
The coverage right there, and it's knocked away. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Again, Prescott to the air. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
That's another Cowboys first down. A gain of 11.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
17 more yards.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
At the 18-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 16-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From the shotgun, it's down. They're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
One, break it up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. Had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
The 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 7. Dart. He'll get this out wide.
Well, let's give the defense a little credit here. You talk about read and reacting quickly. They recognize the screen right out of the jump, and he's able to beat the blocker to the spot and keep him to no gain.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Now the shotgun. It's Dart. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
It's another run here for Williams. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. A fair catch signal, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. Not much room to operate there. He'll get to about the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing. Dart. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The veteran, Jadeveon Clowney, still at it, and he still has it. He gets the sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
The Giants sending out their punter. They forced a punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Now a fair catch is taken here, just short of the 45-yard line. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. They run over center with Williams. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A give left side. Here's Williams. And he'll get forward. Gives him about 4 yards before getting out of bounds. And that's going to bring up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short. Prescott. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
On the give, it's Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
They'll go again here with Williams. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Ferguson on the tight end screen. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Cowboys.
A gain of 17 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. On the handoff, it's Davis. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Dallas. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Giants 31.
So now,
Brandon
after the
Aubrey to
touchdown,
kick off
out
for the
is
Cowboys.
Aubrey to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing is Dart. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To the air on second down. Dart. This one is caught by Robinson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Giants.
First down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And Tyrone Tracy was the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a second down. Dart gonna throw it again. This one taken in by Hyatt. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 12 yards on that hookup. That's good for a Giants first down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing again, Dart. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Pass pulled in by Tracy. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 12 yards.
They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Giants.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To the air again goes Dart. This throw left side taken in by Johnson. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now, first and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. Taken down back at the 8.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On second down, Dart. He'll step up and run.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New York.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive, but now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The try here for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Defense.
A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it. But now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 first down will essentially end the game. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game. Second and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. He'll dodge one would-be tackler. He'll wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their second, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout. Clock is stopped. 55 seconds remaining here in the game.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Dallas.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.